What is up, people? Are you ready to elevate your health game? If so, then listen up. Introducing to you BLCKWAVE Supplements, your go-to destination for holistic supplements that cater to both men and women. Designed to optimize your entire system. Whether you're looking to enhance focus, libido support, or to revitalize your overall well-being, BLCKWAVE has got you covered. Head to their website, www.blckwave.com, and try their wide range of holistic supplements, ranging from their 2 flagship products, their cognitive support, Brain Force 1, designed to help skyrocket your focus as your productivity goes through the roof, and their male libido support supplement, ALPHAMALE, Male Encancement, designed to help you unleash your inner beast. Ladies, do you also want to reignite some heat back into the relationship? Well, BLCKWAVE also offers horny goat weed to ignite your passion and help enhance your libido. And here's a cherry on top. Use my promo code WAVE20 at the checkout for an exclusive 20% off your purchase on the website. So what are you waiting for? Join the BLCKWAVE revolution today. Are you sick of scouring the hub looking for something authentic? Well, MyOF has exactly what you're looking for. Real girls having a real good time. Exclusive behind the scenes, 50% off your first month, and over 100 videos ready to watch on the feed as part of your subscription. With weekly new releases from both homegrown Australian talent and overseas professionals you know and love. It's an amateur's paradise. Go check out the website in my bio and follow the links to the Apollo Show X. Wanted to see me, myself, and my D? Same website in bio, but look for the Apollo Show solo. Enjoy, guys. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of the Apollo Show. I'm your host, Apollo, and I'm here with Australia's most tattooed woman, Amber Luke. How you doing, Amber?
I am doing good, Apollo. How are you?
I'm fantastic. So good to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
Mate, you're welcome. Why don't you tell everyone what you do for a living, how we know each other?
Yeah.
Go from there.
Easy. So I am Australia's most tattooed woman. That's a good intro.
Absolutely.
I started getting my tattoos probably about when I was 16 years old. And I started a big career out of it, I guess you could say. Probably about 5 years ago. That's really when things started to come to light. I guess it was when I got the title Australia's most tattooed woman when I tattooed my eyeballs. So
Yes.
But I guess we know each other through content creation, the content creation world. I was in doing pornography for a long time, but have recently stepped away from that industry.
Yep. The entire industry?
Yes, not the entire industry. I'm still escorting. I still do that full time, but no content creation anymore. Just it's just too straining on me. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. You get it. Yeah.
I mean, if I'd known how much work it was, like coming into it, would I have still done it? I don't know.
Yeah.
But I'm glad I did because now I've got a system to get it all done. But if you...
Exactly. If you go in like blindsided, and you don't have a system per se or a systematic sort of view on it, then it takes like a lot of mental chucking yourself in the deep end,
Yeah, it takes a lot of mental real estate to get it all done.
Absolutely.
But yeah, mate, it's not for everyone. Like there are heaps of girls that come in and out of industry the time, and dudes, for that matter. They think they're going to come in and make a lot of money, and some do.
Yeah.
But man, it is a lot to manage.
It is a full-time job.
Oh,
yeah.
I think that's the best way to put it.
It is a full-time job.
When I was a PT, even part-time, I think I was doing 15 hours of personal training a week. And I still had to give that away because I would just have days where 3 days in a row of the week where I wouldn't do anything. I wouldn't post anything on Instagram.
Exactly.
Because I'd have 5, PT programs to write plus 3 hours of personal training,
Oh my goodness.
Or whatever.
Yeah.
So I think,
finding that balance is key.
Finding the balance is almost impossible if you're doing, 20 hours of escorting.
Exactly.
And then trying to manage what really is a 60-hour job a week as a creator to be able to post on all your socials plus on the OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Plus chat to your fans, which I will say a lot of girls manage through getting an agency. That's the only way I've seen a lot of high volume sex working girls who are doing really great, but also focusing a lot more on their social media or the face-to-face side of the business.
Definitely.
That's how they're able to manage it, because they've got
Yep.
a team behind them of people doing it for them.
That's
which is,
it.
Which is the way so I can understand how it is too much.
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely a full-time job. So
For sure.
and
So
I couldn't step away. I had to step away from it. It was just too much.
Fair play.
Yeah.
Fair play.
Yeah.
Do you still enjoy the face-to-face?
Oh, I love the face-to-face.
Yep.
That gives me a whole different level of an industry sort of guideline to go with. Like escorting is completely different to anything that I've ever done in my jobs before.
Yep.
It's the financial freedom. It's the freedom being able to do whatever I want on my own terms as well. So it's really having that independence and being able to be like, you know what, I work whenever I want, I do whatever I want, and the service is whatever I want to provide.
I mean, you're not wrong about that.
I
mean, there's plenty of girls I know who have made a huge business out of it.
Yeah. Well, I've got a company now, so
great.
Yeah, I mean, it's a legit company.
Yep.
I've got a full-on system that I've got in place. Where I've got like an ABN, I've got an ACN, I've got everything. So
yeah, well, that's right. Everyone in industry has to
Yeah.
A lot of people out there. Well, I haven't heard it much recently, but there used to be this go-to line from people who they'd be like, yeah, they don't pay any tax, they don't do that, they don't do this.
Get me started.
Dude, we pay more tax than anyone.
Thank you.
Especially the girls making like huge dollars. Like
Yep.
I think I had Josie Rain here yesterday, who's a very, 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 very busy, high-end, full-service worker.
Yes.
And she said she worked out to make like over 70K a month some months, which works out to be 55% goes to the government.
Yeah.
Per dollar.
Yeah, I believe that.
Not that I want to be like, playing a small violin, but
Yeah.
like it is a lot of money. It's a lot of tax being paid.
Yeah.
So anyone out there who says that they don't pay tax, we all pay tax.
Thank you so much for validating that. That is just one thing that really pisses me off, to be quite honest, is when people come at me, you don't pay tax. And I'm like, so
Yeah.
the 40 grand in tax that I paid as a sole trader last year doesn't matter.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. Come on, man.
I know, people are ridiculous.
Yeah.
Any excuse to have a dig.
Literally, any excuse. Yep.
So, Amber, you just came back from Brazil, yes?
Yes, I sure did.
Why were you in Brazil?
Oh, it was a 7-year journey. I got my eyes tattooed at 22 in Australia, and I went blind for 3 weeks. So that was not meant to happen at all. But for me, it was about taking back something that was never really mine in the first place. I wanted to own that, and I wanted to say, you know what, I may have gone blind for 3 weeks, but it turned out to be quite an okay experience. And, the way that I saw it back then is that it did blind me, it botched me for 3 weeks, and I was not sure if I was ever getting my sight back. And I really wanted to make that completely separate to what it actually was, I wanted to take back that experience, and I wanted to own it and be like, you know what, well, this happened, but I did it right this time, and I owned it. Because
just so the viewers know, you went over there to get your eyes re-tattooed, right?
Correct, yes.
Yes. So she was, when I last saw Amber, she just had plain blue eyes. Now she's got this beautiful, like darker blue patterning through it. Did you go blind for 3 weeks on this time?
No, I'm extremely lucky this time. Nothing botched happened. Nothing bad happened. There was no
pain. They look beautiful. They look really nice.
Thank you.
Yeah, I didn't know what to expect.
Stoked. Yeah,
because I was like, they're already blue. What could they be? I didn't know. I was like, I wonder what she's gonna get done.
Yeah,
so,
well, I actually
cool.
He sat me down and we did the eyeball procedure. We did the 2 pinpoints in each eye, and I wasn't happy with how much black was in there. There was too little black.
Can you explain what you mean by 2 pinpoints?
Yes.
Just to give people like a really general descriptive idea of what the process is, because even I don't know what it is.
Okay, so basically my eye is a solid blue. It was a solid blue. And the body modification artist, decided to inject a 1 millimeter syringe into 2 pinpoints of my eyeball. So if I looked down...
Wait. So there's a needle
it's
going
a needle
directly
in your
into
eyeball.
your eye. So
yes.
Fuck!
Yeah.
Yeah, that's hectic.
Yeah, so it's a 1 millimeter syringe, and it goes in...
It goes into 1 millimeter?
The 1 millimeter, yeah. Yeah.
That's pretty crazy.
So if it's done correctly, you feel no pain whatsoever. There's no feeling at the front of your eye. There's no nerves.
Did you feel it at all?
No.
Okay, that's good.
The second time, no. The first time, fuck, if I can even say that.
Brutal. Yeah, you can say whatever you want.
It was the most intense, brutal pain of my life. I honestly felt like, to give you a brief description, Felt like he had rubbed 10 shards of glass in my eye for 3 weeks. It was just constant rubbing for 3 weeks of just...
That's crazy.
It was brutal. It was fucked.
Sounds brutal.
Yeah.
Sounds brutal. I'll be honest with you. The idea of like me getting like anything pierced into my eye, even if it went well, very, very low. Because I would have a phobia. I have a phobia of getting poked in the eye.
Well, I mean, you talk to someone that has like, sensitive eyes, you can't even do water, like your waterline when you do eyeliner and stuff.
That's right.
So I don't know how I managed to sit with a fucking a needle in my eye.
How long does that procedure take?
If it's done correctly, 5 minutes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not even 2-minute procedure.
And what did he put in there to, like, was there to create that pattern, or was that just injecting it in and see how it came out?
Yeah, that's literally him injecting the black and just seeing how it comes out.
It's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
So when you got your first tattoo when you were 16, did you always have the intention to now be pretty much a newspaper?
No.
No? It was just like, oh, I think that's kind of cute, I'll get that. And
literally.
I'll get that.
It was a passion that stemmed quite quickly. For me, I got tattooed at 16 and I thought to myself, I can see myself in something big from this. Mm-hmm. It wasn't until I turned 22 that I got my eyes tattooed, and I thought to myself, fuck, maybe I do want a full bodysuit. And I was like, it's a bit fucking late now if I don't.
At that point, how much of your body, when you got your eyes done the first time, how much of your body was tattooed?
I want to say like 20%.
Oh, true. So the last, how old are you now? Sorry.
I'm 29.
29. Okay, so in the last like 7 years,
you really went hard.
Attacked it.
Yep.
Hectic.
Yeah, it was basically 5 years. I set myself the goal in 5 years to have a full bodysuit by the time I was 25. And I did it.
Great.
So, yeah.
For anyone who's only listening to this, literally head to toe, including her eyeballs, maybe a little bit of space on her cheeks from what I can see, like facial cheeks. That's all that's like not tattooed on her body.
Yes.
Pretty incredible.
Thank you.
How much from top to bottom, dollar-wise, would you estimate your body is worth, your skin, your tattoos on your skin are worth?
If I was to say a number on the tattoos just themselves, it'd probably be about 200,000. But given the surgeries and all of the modifications and everything like that, probably about 300,000 so far. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well, you look beautiful.
Thank you.
You look like $1 million bucks. You don't look like 300,000.
I'll
take
take
look like
that.
$1 million.
I'll take that.
You are welcome. All right. So that's crazy, man. That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. And we should also mention the horns. So last time I saw her, you didn't have those.
Yes.
Please, what are they? I felt them before.
Yes.
And they feel firm.
Yes, they're a subdermal implant. So basically, the artist basically maneuvers a tool under the skin and kind of maneuvers the skin away from the actual hole of the procedure where it's going to be put in.
Where do they go in? Where's the keyhole?
Literally just on the side of my head.
Hairline? Yeah.
Yeah,
gotcha.
and they just opened up the skin and chucked the implant in, and
just a little silicon piece.
It's just a little silicon piece. Yeah.
She's got, so for people once again who are just listening, she's got devil horns, small ones, very cute, but super interesting. And you said you're going to get more?
Yes, I'm thinking about upgrading those ones in October.
Do they go in sizes, like bigger? Or?
They do. They go in sizes, yeah. So the ones I have at the moment are just baby ones. They're just the first sort of starting base that you can get on the silicone implants. And then
do they recommend you go smaller than bigger?
Correct.
Okay,
yes.
right.
Yeah, just for, personal preference. When you think about it, you don't want to be putting in massive devil horns to start off with. Exactly, yeah.
Because surely you got to condition the skin.
Correct. It's just almost the same as getting breast implants, Like you can't just go straight big bolt-ons because they'll look fucking ridiculous.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Right on.
Yeah.
Well, what's the future look like for your body mods? You got any, what are the plans?
Well, this was supposed to be kept secret, but you know what? I'll be one to tell you today.
Apollo Show exclusive.
So I pointed my ears twice in the past.
Elf ears?
Yes.
Elf ears? Yep.
And it didn't go to plan.
What
really
went wrong?
botched procedure. The first one, he decided to take a massive chunk out of my ear and stitch it up to a point. He had 200 stitches in per ear. If that could really put things in perspective for you, I couldn't even move my head for a month.
Oh, wow.
I was on a sleeping air pillow for a month. But when we took the stitches out, the ears went back to normal shape. And I was like, are you fucking with me, dude?
So
are you actually...
Is that
a joke?
Is that a legitimate way to do it, or was he improvising?
It was a legitimate way to do it.
Okay.
But unfortunately, it just didn't take.
Ah, right.
Yeah, and I think the way he shaped the ears, it just didn't take. So we put a silicone implant in there. Turns out it was food grade silicone, not hospital grade silicone. The fucking asshole.
And disintegrated.
It disintegrated.
Ah.
Yeah. One's still in there.
Okay.
at my top right ear, but it's been in there for a long time and I don't want to fuck with it.
Yeah. So you're going to get that done again?
I'm going to get that one taken out.
What's
and
the proper way to do it?
Basically, it is to cut a chunk out of the ear and stitch it up to a point, but
Gotcha.
you have to do it really quite surgically.
Gotcha.
It's very precision. If you cut the wrong way, you're fucked.
Right.
You know, so like if you stitch or cut the wrong way, it's going to look like a botched ear.
Gotcha.
You know, so
Gotcha.
yeah.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
that's exciting.
Yeah, so I'm doing that.
Yep.
I'm going to cut my ears again and cut my tongue deeper as well.
Yeah, that's one thing that I noticed. You went overseas with Penny Lane, who I've had on the show before.
I did, yes.
And she just got her tongue split. And
Yes.
it is split, to me, it seems
It's
incredibly deep.
No, that's actually a normal tongue split.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
That is exactly how a tongue split's
So
supposed to be.
why is yours so shallow?
Mine was a baby tongue split because he didn't know what the fuck he was doing.
Oh.
Yeah, he botched the shit out of me. He'd actually cut my tongue twice.
Was this the same dude who
Yep.
did the ears?
And the eyes.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
B-Slice. I can drop that name because he is very well known for fucking up the whole modification industry in Australia.
Is he the guy that got it banned?
Yeah. He's
killed,
the one
like-
that he killed someone.
I don't want to say he killed someone. Allegedly, someone may
passed
have died,
away
passed
under
away.
his care.
Right.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. So
Well, there you go. Because that is why you went to Brazil, right?
yes,
And
I
that's
didn't
why
trust the fact that
Of course.
couldn't do it in Australia anymore. And anyone that says that they can do it is lying through their teeth. I want to make it very clear that anyone that says that they can do a tongue split or eyeball tattoos in Australia, don't fucking do it.
Yeah,
Don't
'cause
even try.
I was talking to someone else about this, and they were saying it's all backyard jobs.
Yep.
Like you go to a guy's house,
It's all self-taught.
in the back room.
Yep.
Let's do it.
Yep.
So I mean, to
So
me,
nothing like that when I was in Brazil. You know, Brazil was extremely...
it's like you're going into a plastic
it was like
surgery
literally
office.
like going into a medical field. Like they were
Yep.
all strapped up. They had masks on, gloves on, sheets of like plastic all over them. You know, they had the full shabam set up.
Great.
You know, and that's how it should be.
Yep.
You know, like fuck anything less, then you'd be a bit worried, wouldn't you?
Oh, 100%. 100%. Like
Yeah.
I got my nipple pierced in Thailand.
Yep.
And everyone was like, ugh,
Yeah.
got it done in a shanty. I'm like, no, I got it done in like a proper tattoo place
Yep.
that smelt like
Disinfectant, and Dettol.
Yeah,
and,
exactly.
Yep.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you got it done like professionally this time.
Same. Yeah.
And I
oh,
think that's a great piece of advice. Don't
Yes.
go get like your body modified in someone's backyard.
yeah, straight up.
This episode brought to you by BLCKWAVE Supplements. Go to their website, www.blckkWave.com, and get the best supplements known to man. So, last time I spoke to you, last time you were here, you had come straight out of prison.
Correct.
And I just wanted to talk a little bit about that because
Yes.
I don't often speak to people, especially females, who come out of like prison right away. So
Yes. Lay it
what-
on me.
Yeah, well, why were you in prison in the first place?
Yeah, it was absolute bullshit. Well, I had committed an offence when I was younger, trafficking marijuana. You know, it wasn't my smartest moment, but, you know, we all live and learn our mistakes.
Yep.
Unfortunately for me, they thought it was justifiable enough to give me a criminal record as well as 3 years parole for a kilo of marijuana. Now, anyone else that had that same charge wouldn't even get a criminal conviction. They'd literally just be a slap on the wrist and see you later. Because I was in the public eye, they literally said to me in court, we want to make an example out of you. We're going to give you a criminal record and we're going to give you three years parole. And I was like, fuck, that means I can't travel. It means I can't even leave the state. For me, it was a really trying time, you know, until last year when I got caught driving on legal marijuana. And mind you, the laws have not caught up yet to really, I guess you could say, assist people with the medical marijuana field. If you are caught with medical marijuana in your system and you're driving, you will go straight to jail if you are on parole.
Right.
It's an immediate offence.
So this was like a strike system.
It was
for you.
basically a strike system. So
Gotcha.
basically, as soon as I got done on the legal marijuana, they took my license off me and chucked me straight into jail in a maximum security for 3 months.
maximum security.
Maximum security at
So
Gatton.
you're in there with all the worst.
I was in the worst of the worst. Like
so wild.
the people that would decapitate people and wear their intestines as a scarf.
Wow.
That's literally one of the stories I heard.
Wow, it's crazy.
So
How was that experience? Like,
it was mentally draining. It was absolutely fucked. Probably one of the most grueling, challenging times of my life, but it was completely necessary. I was going through very, very hard drug addiction at the time, and I didn't see a way to get out of anything that I was doing. Jail was literally probably one of the best things that could have ever happened to me, but also one of the worst.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and I think...
So did you go cold turkey?
I went cold turkey, yeah. I was on methamphetamines.
Yeah.
And I was also smoking a lot of marijuana.
Yeah.
So for me, the cold turkey off the marijuana and the methamphetamines, it nearly sent me into a loopy stage.
I've no doubt.
Yeah.
I've no doubt.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy, but I came out on top.
Great. Good for you.
Yeah.
Happy to have you here.
Thank you.
What's the food like?
Oh, dude, don't get me started.
Yeah?
It literally comes in boxes that says food grade prison meat. Like it's literally prison grade food.
Right.
It's fucked.
Like, is it like you remember when you were a kid, you had like the microwave meals,
It's
like the
literally
Looney Tune
like
meals?
yes, like
Kinda
those
like
those little
like the green peas.
yes, and
with,
like
like,
the
carrot
carrots.
sticks.
Yep, literally exactly like that. It was disgusting. So processed. So
Yeah.
processed, and the meat wasn't even. I swear it wasn't even like proper meat. Like I swear it was just like
Something.
spam.
Yeah.
Spam type
Yeah.
meat. Yeah, that's the best way I could put it.
Ew.
Yeah.
Well, glad
Yeah.
you're out.
Thank you. I am too.
3
Yeah.
months it just seems insane that for something
3 months.
like something
Yeah, and
like
that was a minimum time as well for someone that gets an RTP, like a return to prison.
What was the reasoning for them to send you to maximum? Is that because marijuana
The jails were overfilled.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Because to me, it seems like a
Excessive.
Huge, exactly.
Mhm.
Exactly.
Yep.
For those crimes.
Excessive power, yeah.
And it was literally just because they had a full jail.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I went to Brisbane Women's Correctional Centre for about a week.
Yep.
And that's a low grade security. And then after about a week, they go, yeah, sorry, we're shipping you off to Gatton. And I just heard that someone got stabbed at Gatton. And I was like...
If I was to envision it in my head, what's
Yep.
the difference between the minimum that you started in, minimum security prison, compared to the maximum security prison? If you were to like explain it in a few like daily routine or like living conditions. Food.
For example, no razors in the maximum security. Minimum security, you're allowed things like a walkie-talkie to listen to the radio. You're allowed things like a hat. You're allowed things like
You're allowed shoelaces
you're allowed
in like maximum?
Yeah, no, not in maximum. No, not in maximum. I was even quite surprised that you were even allowed razors in maximum.
True.
Some of the girls were actually going out of their way to cut themselves out of depressional sort of things, like just to maintain like their mental health. And I was kind of thinking to myself, how the fuck is this even still allowed? Like, there's girls that are like cutting up in the bathrooms.
Yeah, wow.
And I'm just like, oh, mate, it gets to me a little bit,
That's
like
so
I'm just like,
common.
I just don't understand how they would even allow prisoners to have razors.
Yeah, I don't understand that either.
Like,
I don't understand that either. Like,
No.
you would think maximum security would mean
maximum
nothing sharp,
correct.
able to actually inflict harm on someone else. It's not even
Correct.
about yourself.
It's
at that
literally
point. It's
remaining
about-
safe.
It's about trying to keep everyone else safe from, if you're in maximum security, you're dealing with, people who are violent.
Everything, literally.
People who are violent, people who are may not have anyone's best
Interest
at
at heart.
heart,
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, 100%.
yeah, that is surprising to me that you're
Yeah.
allowed to have razors in there.
Yeah, even things like pens. Pens were easily accessible. Razors. Things like they almost played games with you, head games, in terms that if you weren't allowed chocolate or if you weren't allowed chips if you're in maximum security, So
Okay.
it was very, very systematic in the sense that if the system doesn't fit the system and the system's needs, then you won't get it.
Right.
In that sort of aspect, so, if you wanted to even keep yourself distracted, you had to apply to get a distraction pack.
Right.
You had to apply to get
What's a distraction
a
pack?
colouring in pack.
Right. That is a
Colouring in pack. It's a distraction pack, yeah. And you'd have to
wow.
apply through the psychologist to get that.
Wow.
Yeah. Everything in jail is very systematic.
Yeah.
In the sense that you can't just get anything and just be.
Yeah.
You have to apply for everything.
So-
So even if you have a toothache and your tooth is like rotting in your mouth, put on the systems list and hope for the best.
Yeah, right.
You know, and even if you can't eat your meals for the next 2 months when you're in jail because you got a rotten tooth, doesn't matter. You put on the systems list and you hope for the best.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have a heart attack in jail. Well, let's just say you're lucky that you had a heart attack and that you get medical relief.
Right.
You know, so that's literally the system. It's flawed from get day dot. It's just completely fucked. But
Yeah, not ideal.
what else are you supposed to really?
Especially for people like you who, by the sounds of it, are in probably the worst case scenario for such a minimal crime.
Offense, yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What's your craziest prison story? Maybe not of you in or were you there? Was there any anything?
Yep.
Any crazy stories or anything that happened?
Absolutely. So I actually witnessed one of my good friends from years and years ago. We actually met up in prison. It wasn't planned or anything like that. She literally saw that I was being entered as a prisoner, and she goes, "Oh, that's Ams. I'll take care of her." You know. So I had a little bit of I guess you could say, assistance inside because of that. But in saying that, that same person got into a bit of a scuffle with another inmate, and it wasn't pretty. What actually happened was one of the inmates' family members killed her boyfriend, and it was just this whole fucking fucked up thing. And one of the women, she was 40 years old. She was Kiwi, and she had no chance standing up against these 20-year-old girls. They cornered her in the toilets and they belt the living fuck out of her. But what I heard was probably the most brutal thing is they grabbed one of those, what are those, those buckets from the old school mop buckets.
Yeah.
And they belted her over the head with it about 20 times and they nearly killed her.
Fuck.
Yeah, and then they cleaned up all the blood with that mop bucket, and the mop that was in the bathroom. And
That's
then
crazy.
They tried to cover it all, but it was all on security camera. So
they literally tried to cover it up.
Yeah.
And be like, we don't know what happened.
We don't know what happened.
She's just in there.
She just decapitated, basically.
Fell over 20 times.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
Man, that's crazy. Don't go to jail, guys.
Literally, it's somewhere you want to avoid.
Oh, mate. I would not survive a day in jail.
Oh, I'm surprised I survived 3 months.
Mate, incredible. Good job.
Thank you.
Now, what keeps getting you deleted off these off OnlyFans and stuff?
Fucking OnlyFans. Well, the only thing that I really had, I guess, blacklisted against my name was a few years ago when I was doing OnlyFans and I was doing the best of the best that I could provide. Mm-hmm. OnlyFans reached out to me and they were like, people are paying for customs and you're not doing the customs in time. And I'm like, okay, well, hold up a second. I'm getting paid to do these customs and I'm telling them a time frame or a turnaround of when I can do these customs and they're not happy with it. They're still pushing that I need to keep doing these customs quicker and quicker and quicker. Mind you, I'm an escort, I do that as a main job. So it wasn't easy for me to just shuffle everything around. But I made it a priority. I did. Yep. I made it a priority and sunk all of my effort and all of my focus onto OnlyFans. But then it was one day when they contacted me and they said, you know what, I think that you're rorting your customers. You're not actually producing these videos, these customs that people are tipping you for. We're going to delete your account. And I replied and I was like, well, hang on, I've got thousands, fucking hundreds of thousands of dollars in my OnlyFans. You can't just delete me. And they were like, well, actually we can because you're not doing the guidelines.
So you didn't pull your money out?
No.
You never pulled your money out?
Never pulled my money out. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Dude,
and I thought it was I thought it was safe back then.
As soon as I heard people getting deleted, I literally if you look at my withdrawals, I'm withdrawing every day.
Yeah.
Every day.
I wish I did.
Hey. Here's what it is, but that's crazy. I've heard of people get deleted and get all their money taken.
Yeah.
Man, that's brutal.
It is brutal. And there's literally nothing you can do because it's all international law.
No.
So
all international law.
What the fuck do you do, you know?
And in my experience, whenever you've messaged OnlyFans, unless you're going back several times with a very specific query, it's very much all bots.
Yes.
You get an automated
Very
response.
much so. Very much so. Yeah. That's exactly what I got. Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah. So, you just kind of live and you learn on that sort of front. I jumped onto Fansly, but they basically did the same thing to me.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
And it
damn.
was 3 years of using Fansly before they contacted me and they were like, so we've had a lot of complaints that you're not doing the customs in time, that you're not doing customs, that you're not producing customs. And I'm like, well, I am, but it's just not within their time frame or that
How long were you
exactly
taking to do them?
a couple of weeks, you know,
Right.
but mind you, I would tell them. I
Right.
would tell them that I've got a couple of weeks to do this and that I will get it done in those couple of weeks, but you just have to bear with me.
Yeah, if I
And
tell
it wasn't
my
viable.
guys, like if
Yeah.
I tell them that it's going to be 3-4 days, they get annoyed after a day or two.
Exactly.
So I get it. People,
Yeah.
dudes with their dick in their hand can be impatient.
Fucking oath.
It is what it is.
Fucking oath. It is what it is.
guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's the most painful area of your body that you've had tattooed?
Oh, shit. I want to say probably either armpits or asshole.
Yeah, true.
Yeah,
True.
asshole was next level for me. I 3.5 hours with my ass up in the air, like in doggy, trying not to fart in this asshole's face. Literally, it was so bad. And I was
So
just thinking
good.
to myself, like, if I drop one right now, I'm fucked. Like, the whole internet's going to fucking see.
That's right. Oh, did you film it?
Yeah, it was all live. It was
Oh,
all live, like all on
brilliant.
GoPro footage and everything. So,
That's so good.
yeah, it was.
Where do you even
Catch-22.
post that?
Pornhub,
Yeah, cool.
like X videos.
mad.
YouTube as a PG version. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
There you go. And I don't have any tattoos. Not that I have any plans to get them. I quite enjoy being a clear
Clean skin.
Clean
Yeah.
skin.
Yeah.
But if I was to get one and you were to be able to choose it, what do you think I would look good having? What
Viking.
kind of tattoo? A Viking.
Viking tattoo theme.
Where?
Yeah. I think you should start with a full sleeve. That would be really, really fucking cool on you, but all black wash.
What's
or
black
grey wash.
What's black and grey wash?
It's just grey wash, so just it's literally what it sounds like.
that
Just
like
black
your
and
arm?
black. Yeah, yeah. So just no colour.
Right.
Yeah, no colour. Because
Cool.
colour, I feel like it kind of washes people out a little bit. Looks a bit tacky sometimes.
I think especially if
it
you're
definitely
tan.
is. Yes, I think it's definitely is suited.
If you're white, like you know who looks amazing with coloured tattoos? Really white girls. The
Fucking oath, like
the
the
pinup
real-
girls.
yes,
You know what I'm talking about?
yes,
Who kind of like have that aesthetic of the old school pinup
Yep,
girl.
100%.
They're like jet white. They're like white as they can be.
and they've got like
then they've got
black
these-
hair and
yeah,
like
black
the red
hair
lips.
or red,
Yep.
or red hair and red lips, and then
Yep.
they've got these like coloured tattoos.
Yep.
Woo.
Yep.
Sexy.
Next level. Fuck yeah.
But I agree. Tattoos on tanned people probably look better without
Yeah.
colour.
Yeah. Definitely. Definitely.
Well, yeah. Well, mate, it's been an absolute pleasure talking to you.
Oh,
Is
mate,
there anything
thanks for
else you want to
having
go?
me.
Oh, let's actually. This episode brought to you by My OnlyFans. It's an amateur's paradise. Hundreds of girls and me. Get 50% off your first month at www.onlyfans.com/theapolloshow.aus. See you there. You know what?
Yeah.
Let's talk about my broken dick.
Oh,
'Cause
yes.
you wanted
Fuck.
to see
How the
if-
fuck did that even happen, dude?
So before, right before this podcast, I was chatting to Amber, and we were talking about my broken dick, and she wanted to see a photo of it, and I said, "Hey, let's
save
wait
it. Yep.
until the potty, and then I can show you on the podcast."
Whip it out. Go on. Show
Whip
us
it
this
out.
photo.
So I should mention, Amber and I have worked together many times, so I'm not assaulting her right now. She's seen my dick plenty of times.
Yes, plenty.
All right. But yeah, I was doing doggy style with
That's
a lovely
crazy.
young lady, and it didn't hurt that bad at the time. Basically, she was in doggy style on the bed, and I was off the bed. And so my dick was already kind of pointing down a little bit, bending down as I was in full thrust. But anyway, which was fine. But then there was one stroke where I must have hit her cervix, and she flinched and poked her bum up in the air and snapped it downward, and like pretty much folded it completely in half. So I felt a little bit of pain at the time, but nothing bad enough for me to stop. I was like, I'll just get this done, and it'll just be a bit sore tomorrow.
I'm scared to see this. Like, I'm actually scared.
I'm going to show you what it looks like normally. So that's
Okay.
what it would look like normally.
Okay. Yep. Yep. Very nice.
Thank you. Appreciate it. And now this is what it looked like the
Oh,
day
Jesus.
after.
Oh my God.
Look at that. It's crazy,
oh
right?
my God. Apollo. Holy
Crazy.
fucking
That's
shit.
crazy.
Dude, that's next level.
Yeah, right?
That's like a full, like, engorged dick right there.
Seriously. And you can full see the bend in it.
Oh
Like it
my God.
it got completely snapped in half.
Oh,
Pretty crazy.
fuck, man.
Yeah, so I had 31 days where I didn't touch it at all after that. And yeah, it was probably similar to, I don't know, it's like it was a good little reset.
Yeah,
It was a
fair.
good little reset, you know?
Fair.
Not Not that it like really did anything absolutely insane. I did feel like I was getting a lot more attention from girls, and I did feel like I had a lot more energy in the gym. Like I was training like a beast.
Wow.
But I think that's because, I don't know, I assume your testosterone is higher when you're abstaining.
Yeah.
But
well,
yeah.
I mean, it would be kind of like the same sort of situation as, if you're an adult and you get circumcised, and you can't get hard, and you have to literally be on the flop the whole fucking time you're healing, because if you break those stitches, like it's be the same sort of concept,
It would.
yeah, fuck.
Yeah, no thanks.
Yeah, no,
but I would not recommend. Like, it was fun doing it. Like, it was fun doing it because I was making a bit of a thing about it where I was like day 22 of not touching my dick. But like, would I do it again for fun? No. No. Because I have a lot of people who I've talked to in the past, because I used to do a lot of fitness, who have talked about the power of abstaining.
Yes.
And how it like increases your testosterone and increases
you
a whole bunch.
You can see that it happens like a little bit like that?
I saw the testosterone thing because I was training really well.
Yeah.
But they were saying like, all these other things happen. You feel incredible. You feel superhuman. I didn't feel that. No. I felt pretty good, but I didn't feel like, I didn't wake up every day. I'm coming plenty right now, and I can tell you, I'm not sat here being like, I felt so much better when I wasn't jerking off.
Gotcha.
Wrong.
Yeah, gotcha.
I felt a little bit better, but like, it's not like the best thing I ever did was stop drinking. Like, I definitely feel a difference between not drinking and drinking.
Well, there you go.
I don't feel a difference really between not jerking off for 30 days or not.
I think they these days try and put a negative focus on sexual pleasure and sexual attraction. You hear all these things about, I'm not going to go there. Actually, it's hard. It's a fine line. It's a fine line because.
Well, that's why sex sells, because it is still in the naughty corner of your brain.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people.
Everyone does it.
Yeah. And there's a lot of people who still have a great deal of shame around their sexuality, what they're interested in, and that's why incognito mode is in existence on your web browser, guys. Because no one wants people to see what their porn history is.
Exactly.
So I mean, yeah, I get it, but same time, that's why our stuff sells.
Exactly. So. Yeah, we've got that avenue.
Bloody oath.
Yeah.
Amber, it's so nice to speak to you today.
Thank you so much for having me, Apollo.
Mate, always good. I'll see you next time. Thanks for joining us, everyone. And where can everyone find you?
Instagram. I'm on AmberLuke666 on Instagram.
AmberLuke666. Thank you so much, and catch you next time, guys. Thank you.